Okay, so I didn't think this would become a neighborhood controversy, but here we are. A few weeks back, my son and a group of his friends were playing in the open grassy area behind our house. It's kind of like a shared backyard, no fences, just a communal field where kids ride bikes, throw footballs, and goof around. My neighbor, who lives two houses down, has a 22-year-old daughter. She's home from college for the summer, and until recently, I hadn't thought twice about her. Then one afternoon, the neighbor knocks on my door. He's clearly irritated and says, "Hey, your son and his friends have been staring at my daughter while she sunbathes. It's inappropriate." I was caught off guard, so I asked, "What exactly do you mean by staring?" He said she's been sunbathing nude in their backyard, completely nude. Now, their yard does have a wooden fence, but the panels are spaced out with gaps. You can clearly see through if you're standing at the right angle or just walking by. He claims the boys are deliberately peeking through the fence to look at her. I took it seriously. I told him I'd talk to my son. That night, I sat him down and explained everything. He looked completely confused. He said, "Dad, I didn't look at anyone through a fence. That's weird." I believed him. He's not a perfect kid, but he's honest with me, and honestly, he seemed more annoyed than guilty. The next day, I went back to the neighbor and said, "I talked to my son. He says he hasn't done anything. And to be honest, if someone is sunbathing nude in a shared space, maybe the solution isn't yelling at a bunch of 13-year-olds. I suggested they talk to their daughter or at least fix the fence if privacy was such a concern." That's when things got tense. He got defensive, saying, "So it's my daughter's fault." I told him, "No one's blaming her for anything. But if you're going to be unclothed outside in an area that backs up to a playground and a walking path, it's not crazy to expect that someone might see something." I get it, people have a right to feel safe in their own yards. But there's a difference between privacy and isolation. And let's be real. If your fence has holes big enough for a soccer ball to roll through, it's not exactly Fort Knox. It's not like the boys were climbing trees or setting up binoculars. They were playing in the open, and if they caught a glimpse of something, that's not on them. Since then, the neighbor's been cold, won't wave, doesn't say hi when we pass by. His daughter still sunbathes out there, though now she's got an umbrella and a towel laid out more strategically. And I'm left wondering, was I wrong for not laying into my son harder? Should I have done more? But here's the thing, I'd have no problem disciplining him if he was being a creep. But there was zero proof, no photos, no eyewitnesses, just a vague complaint and an assumption. I feel like I was expected to shame my kid based on someone else's lack of boundaries. If you want to be naked in the sun, go ahead, but you can't do that in a semi-public space and then act shocked when someone sees. That's not a parenting issue, that's a privacy one. And if we're being honest, if the roles were reversed, if a teenage boy was lying naked in his backyard and adult women were walking by, the conversation would be very different. So no, I don't feel bad. I talked to my son. I respected the concern, but I'm not going to punish a kid because someone didn't think through the consequences of their choices.